What's up guys, Pop My Pigs for Life here, and today we're here with the first episode of The Future of Hammond's Dream, Season 6 in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Boy does that feel weird to say. So as you can see, we are on the San Albertus Peninsula map, because over the course of this series, we will be constructing Jurassic Park Malta. So as you can see, we have got quite a lot of space to work with, which is very excellent because, like I've mentioned in a previous video, I do want to prioritize all of the species that we have not yet built for. And let me tell you, we have got a lot of species that we need to fit in. And also, one thing I especially love about this map is that we have got this very nice looking ridge to overlook the area. So if we put that there, you can get a very nice view. So what would be really nice is if we put some enclosures right over here. But before we do anything, we need to set up a base of operations. So I'm thinking right here would be a good place to start. And what I think I'm gonna do is, I think since we are on Malta, I think that for this park builds, I kind of want to do a bit of a mix of both the Jurassic Park theme and the Malta theme. So what I think I'm going to do is right here, I think is a good spot for the guest arrival point. And then what I might do is somewhere over here, I might do another little area for the staff. So I'm thinking right over here, Malta. I know how to play this game, I promise. So right here would be a very nice spot to put a little area of operations. Alright, so really quickly, I'm going to get a little staff area set up. Okay, that looks very nice. So now, oh, why is it like that? Yeah, no, we're using the Jurassic Park hatcheries. I'm making that executive decision. And then from there, let's just add like 2 more hatcheries, because my vision for this area is we're going to have a giant valley over here. And we can even expand it if we want. And it is going to be home to several Dreadnoughtus, Antarctosaurus, and Bonapartosaurus. And probably what we could do is up here, we would have enclosures for Gigantoraptor, Carnotaurus, and then we are going to also add in Thanatos Dracon, I've decided. Okay, so now that we've got our base of operations all set for now, let's get started with the guest section. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go back to the whole having the tour start over here, and then having the gate, the Jurassic Park gate on the tour. I promise I know how to use words properly. I'm thinking let's use this is sort of like the default path since we're on Malta. I like that idea. So what we'll do is, as always, we will start by adding a visitor center. But what I might do is I might switch it up just a tad bit with this. Okay, so yeah, switch it up a little bit, because I believe last time we used the actual Jurassic Park Visitor Center, but now we'll just go with this one. So I'm thinking for this park, what I want to do is I want to sort of start small, and then we work our way up. So what I think we're going to do is the very first habitat will be for Archaeoceratops, which is what we're using Microceratus as. And I'm thinking for this one, here's what we're going to do. Since these are very small dinosaurs, we're going to use the Malta wall piece. This actually looks really nice. So what I'll do is right along here, I will have a couple hotels so that way guests can look into the Archaeoceratops enclosure. I might also add in a quick little dome viewing gallery just for the heck of it. Ooh, you know what I can even do? Right there. Look at that. Shelter? No. Toilet? Yay. There we go. That looks great. Here's what we need to do. Let's start by getting our Archaeoceratops. So, I forget exactly how many you get per batch. So, okay, you get 7. Alrighty, now let's airlift them. Okay, so we have 12 Archaeoceratops. So then to coincide with the Archaeoceratops, we are going to do a couple of Sinornithoides. And so what I did is I took the Sinornithoides from Jurassic Park Yosemite because that's where they used to be housed. Alright, so let's see how these guys are doing. The Archaeoceratops. Alright guys, so kicking off the first major time-lapse of the video, basically what ended up happening was I finished the Archaeoceratops enclosure, which looked really nice by the way, I must say. I especially love the individually placeable trees. And then I was immediately just completely lost in thought about exactly how I was going to plan out this park. And one thing you'll definitely see is I was a little bit all over the place with this video. I once again did not really know where to start. I did have a tiny bit of a plan for what I wanted to do with this park. However, I was sort of thinking 2 steps ahead, I will admit, a lot of times in this video. So like, you saw, for instance, I went back to where the South American herbivore enclosure is gonna be, and I did quite a bit more like terrain work. And so now you can see we are working on the Sinornithoides enclosure. So yeah, like I said, I was pretty all over the place with this first video, and Yeah, because I was just so lost in thought about what was going on, basically I just decided to speed this part up. So one thing that you guys will notice about this very first guest section is basically I am trying to cram in a lot of the guest facilities, so viewing galleries, amenities, shelters, toilets, hotels, things of that nature. So because of that, I'm not really leaving a lot of room in this first guest section for a lot of giant plazas, which honestly I kind of like, because this is just supposed to be the entry point, so this isn't where guests will be staying the whole time. So because of that, I'm trying to save some of the spectacles for later on in the park, so that's where you'll see a lot of those larger, more intricate guest plazas with lots of decorations. I was able to save a couple of spaces. For instance, right in front of the entrance to the park tour, I saved some room for a smaller plaza, where I will decorate it later on in the video. And now you can see I'm once again planning 2 steps ahead by getting a rough idea on where I want the park tour to go, as well as planning out more enclosures for this part of the map. Okay guys, so I do have a little bit of a plan for what I'm going to do. So obviously this is going to be the Sinornithoides enclosure. And then in this area, we are going to focus on the Irandabasu formation, which was another fossil formation in Mongolia. So what's going to happen is this area is going to be for Alectrosaurus, which is what we're using Changzhousaurus as. And then this area over here will be split between Gigantoraptor and Bactrosaurus, which is what we're using the Dominion Iguanodon as. So then what I have over here is I have this sort of area where it basically, it goes up the hill, it goes across the cliff, then down here. So basically the plan is this whole area, like I said, is going to be for Dreadnoughtus, Antarctosaurus, and Bonapartosaurus. And then up here we're going to have enclosures for Giganotosaurus, Carnotaurus, and then we're going to do an aviary for Thanatos Dracon. Over here is going to be the Chem beds. So that is going to be Spinosaurus, which we'll probably do down here since it's closer to the coast. We'll do Carcharodontosaurus, we'll do Barbarodactylus, Paralotitan, and Ouranosaurus. If we have room, I might do like a couple more dinosaurs that I wasn't going to plan on putting here. So for instance, I might think about doing Tendaguru formation. And then over here, we'll do some lagoons and stuff. So we'll do Kronosaurus and we'll do Eromangosaurus, as well as Mudburasaurus and Australovenator. Okay, so now that we've got our plan, what I think we should do is let's airlift our Sinornithoides into their enclosure. Okay guys, so in this time lapse, we pretty much start off by adding in the last little finishing touches to this smaller guest section. So that includes adding some foliage, that includes decorating. And so what you'll see that I am doing right here is in that little like path bit right next to the Sinornithoides enclosure, I decided to make a little outdoor movie theater. So at first I thought of using the Jurassic Park toilet decoration as sort of like a ticket booth where you would buy a ticket to see the movie, you would get some snacks, but then I decided to use one of those open tents. So the idea is in that tent you would get your ticket, and then you would also get like some popcorn, some candy. Of course they would be overpriced. So then I did have to configure the Sinornithoides enclosure, and that looks pretty nice with just some foliage. And now we are decorating that plaza that I had previously mentioned right in front of the tour entrance. So then pretty much after that, it's really just adding in some more decorations here and there. For instance, you can see I'm sort of adding these little rock planters along the edge of the path. I did also use quite a lot of rocks to decorate the area, as well as the well-renowned fluffy bush. So then I did have to make a couple of modifications, which you can see I'm doing now, so that way we could make sure that guests could view the dinosaurs in the Irandabasu enclosures. So you could see I'm sort of finding some space to add in a remote viewing gallery entrance, and I did have to squeeze in a couple of viewing gallery entrances in place of a couple of the decorations. So I did also have to add in a viewing gallery entrance in the next little area of the park. So now we are working on both the enclosures as well as a little bit of the tour. So here you can see I'm also adding in some forest to make it look pretty nice and natural. I did also plan out where exactly the Jurassic Park gate is going to go, but not before adding some more decorations around the newly placed viewing galleries. So I just decided to add in some ordinary planters, as well as the fluffy bush. And now we are planning out exactly where the Jurassic Park gate would go. And also I placed down quite a lot of trees, and it looks really nice, I must say, especially that tree where it's sort of hanging down. It kind of obstructs the view of the Jurassic Park gate, but then you go under it and it's right there. That is a chef's kiss right there. And so pretty much right now we're just doing more planning of the tour, a little bit more planning of some of the enclosures. And one thing you'll see in just a second is right now I am sort of planning out where I want to put the aviary for the Thanatos Dracon. And so a little bit of terrain work later, I did manage to get something that I quite liked. So yeah, with that being said, that is time-lapse number 2 complete. Alright guys, I have to say that this first guest area for right when you enter the park is pretty much complete. So there really isn't too much more we can add to this area without expanding outward. And to be fair, I don't think we really need to, because all of the amenity coverage, restroom coverage, shelter coverage is pretty much at 100%. Plus, we've got not 1, not 2, but 3 hotels. So, yeah, I'd say that this is pretty much complete. So, one thing that I do now realize is that this is honestly sort of replicating the vibe of Malta itself, with like the crowded streets and the buildings left, right, and center. Like, I honestly quite like the sort of cramped feel of it all. So let's just take a moment now to look at some of our dinosaurs. So we've got the Archaeoceratops right in here. These guys are so adorable. Like, they might honestly be cuter than Homalocephali. Yeah, I said it. Right over here, we've got some of the Sinornithoides that used to be housed in Jurassic Park Yosemite, but have since been relocated here, where they can now live happily. Also, really quickly, I need to show you guys something really cool. So I had mentioned this in the time-lapse, but imagine, if you will, you're on the park tour, and you're going along, and then all of a sudden, you pass under the tree, and you're now entering through the Jurassic Park gate. That is absolutely fantastic. Also, I really love the little movie theater. So you go in here, you get your snacks, your ticket, and then you go right through here, through the sort of turntables. You go right here, you get to watch a movie. So yeah, so we do have a little bit more time for this video. So what I would like to do is I would like to complete these enclosures so that way we could get in some more dinosaurs. So like I had mentioned, Alectrosaurus will go in here, Gigantoraptor in here, and Bactrosaurus in here. And we're going to do a pretty large herd of Bactrosaurus. So then also, one thing I will really quickly do is I think that I'm going to temporarily just complete the tour over here. So that way, guests can access the other parts of the park. So this is all very much temporary. But I do want to keep the tour track close to the edge of the map just for now, so that way we have room to expand the park. Okay. There we go. And perfect, it's going the right way. So, what we need to do is we need to finish these enclosures. Alright guys, so as we are working on these enclosures, I just wanted to quickly mention to you guys that this year we are trying to reach 175 subscribers before the end of 2025. So, if you're enjoying this video so far, please make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel to see some more videos just like this one. Not only will it help me reach my goal for this year, but it'll also help the YouTube algorithm recommend more videos that you might like. And as always, just by taking the time out of your day to watch this video is showing me a tremendous amount of support. So because of that, thank you all so much. Alright, this looks very nice. And honestly, now that I think about it, one thing I might even be able to do, question mark, is put that right there, like that. You have a very nice view into the soon-to-be Gigantoraptor enclosure. So, without further talking, let's get our dinosaurs. So, I think we should start, of course, with the Bactrosaurus. Let's do a couple of these guys. Let's start with 2 herds for now. Let's do some Gigantoraptors. And let's do some Alectrosaurus. If I can just find them. There they are. Okay guys, so pretty much all we have left to do is just configure each one of the habitats by adding in water, foliage, and feeders where they are needed. So one thing I do really like about the Mediterranean map is while there is lots of forest, it's a little bit more sparse forest, which I think is pretty good for a lot of these environments that we're trying to create. And now all that's left is to just add some rocks. Alright, I must say, these enclosures are looking pretty good. So, let's officially release the dinosaurs. Alright guys, so each and every one of our dinosaurs have been airlifted, so I think now we should take a moment to appreciate the fruits of our labors. So I did decide to add in a 3rd batch of Bactrosaurus. Got some over here. This is a really nice skin. Kind of bland. I love that one. Again, no pattern. That's pretty nice. Ooh, I do love the albino Bactrosaurus. Ooh, I love that one. This one's really nice. This one's a good one. Okay. Ooh, very nice, very nice. That's the Dominion skin. Ooh, I love this one. Very vibrant. Another Dominion skin. This one's gotta be my favorite, though. And yeah, now we're back to this one. Okay. So, it appears that these guys have plenty of room. Now, let's take a look at the Alectrosaurus. I love these skins. This skin especially. Hang on. That's a really nice skin. This skin's my favorite though. I love this skin. This one's pretty good though. And then, love this one. And now, the big chickens. Oh, I love this one. Where you've got the, like, greens and the reds glistening. And then you've got this one. These are so cool. I'm glad that I was finally able to build for these guys. So, yeah, I think that is a great place to end today's episode. We got an absolutely fantastic start to Jurassic Park Malta. We built this amazing starter guest section with so many accommodations. We built this amazing enclosure for the Archaeoceratops. We built a nice new home for our Sinornithoides. We also built so many amazing, nice, and spacious enclosures for the Bactrosaurus, the Alectrosaurus, and the Gigantoraptor. So, here's the plan for next episode. So, normally when we build parks, we usually go in the order of where the tour is going. So, normally we would go this way. However, what I think we're going to do is we're going to backtrack a little bit. So I think the plan for next episode is we're going to move on to the late Cretaceous Argentina section of the park. So here's the plan. So like I'd mentioned, the Thanatos Dracon is going to go right in this aviary. From here, what's going to happen is we're going to do Gigantoraptor and Carnotaurus. So we're using the base game model of Gigantoraptor as Gigantoraptor. And then right in here, we will have a massive herbivore valley for Dreadnoughtus and Darktosaurus, which is what we're using the base game model of Dreadnoughtus as well as Bonapartosaurus, which is what we're using Magnipolia as. And then from there, we will also build this entire guest section. And yeah, we'll go from there. So, with that being said, that is going to wrap up today's video. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If so, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to see some more Planet Zoo and Jurassic World Evolution 2 content. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.